all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakar Quadash. And double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to the Yakim out there that's forwarding this ministry throughout the four winds of the earth. And shalom to those that are heeding to the ministry as well that we give. And what I want to respond to, man, is something that's quite interesting. One of the brothers of mine have sent me this video of this individual modeling the nuclear destruction. And as it appears that he's an Edomite, of course. And, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of the video. Or I could just play the whole video so you brothers and a few you sisters that are watching can see what I'm talking about here. But, it's inevitable from our side that this system is destined for an astronomically severe throwdown. And, we've been bringing the scriptures out, the same scriptures over and over again about Esau's impending destruction. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this article here in dealing with what's going on with Biden and Putin concerning Ukraine. Now, this article was aired out yesterday. And before I go into this article, I just want to make mention of this channel that I've uploaded this video on, which I'll upload this video on both of my channels, the lesser channel and the channel that I currently originally use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically make another controversial video, which will involve Amalek and the Black Death on Odyssey. And as I've showed in the beginning of this video, letting you know that I have another account such as Odyssey, and you can check me out on there as well for my controversial videos instead, which really I'm going to be using that Odyssey account as well. So, if they cut me off from this channel again, I'm going to basically put my videos there and also upload my videos on this other channel that I use called The Gospel of the Kingdom. All right. So, yeah, that's all I have to say on that. And I just want to get into this Biden and Putin thing. So it says Biden and Putin will have a phone call tomorrow. Russian leaders demand. Joe speaks to him directly to discuss troops build up in Ukraine and diplomatic tensions. President Joe Biden will talk to his Russian counterpart on Thursday. The White House announced amid continuing alarm at Russia's military buildup on its shared border with Ukraine. The two leaders will hold a phone call to discuss a range of topics, including up-and-coming diplomatic engagement with Russia. Said National Security Council spokesperson Emily Horn. The call scheduled for Thursday, which is tomorrow. Actually, no, today. Afternoon will be the second direct contact between Biden and Putin this month, as the U.S. looks to pressure Russia to draw down its military threat to Ukraine. The conversation was requested by the Russian leader. According to a senior administration official, Biden accepted because he has always believed that there is no substitute for direct leader-to-leader dialogue and engagement, and that is especially true when it comes to Russia and to his engagement with President Putin. The official added, he will tell Putin that there's a diplomatic path to de-escalating tensions if he wants to take it, but that he should expect consequences if he invades Ukraine. President Biden will also make clear when he speaks with President Putin that we are prepared for diplomacy and for diplomatic path forward, said the official, but we are also prepared to respond if Russia advances with further invasions of Ukraine. So it goes as far as to read as well. Russia has accused the West of provocation by admitted former Soviet states to NATO and has masses an estimated 100,000 troops on the border. Ukrainian officials say they fear an invasion could come in the new year. Moscow has repeatedly denied it is planning to invade. So, let me read this. But Putin raised the stakes on Sunday by saying he would consider a range of options if the West failed to provide security guarantees preventing Ukraine joining NATO. And in due time, we'll find out what those options are. But going back to what Biden was saying, Biden was basically pretty much declaring that if Russia makes more of a move into Ukraine, then we're going to respond. So this tension between America and Russia, between this Ukrainian area, the tensions are heightened. And I just want to read Revelation 6. Actually, before I go there, let's read 2 Peter 2, verse 3. Excuse me, 2 Peter 3, verse 7. But the heavens and earth which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So it's already ordained for this, in this time that we're living in the future, that America will be nuclearized, and also other places as well, but America more to be exact. That's going to be the place that will no longer return on the face of the earth, as it is written in the book of Malachi 4, that the Lord will destroy, and I'm roughly paraphrasing the scripture, America, which is also known as Babylon the Great, which is also known as Egypt, which is also known as Nineveh, right? And that the Lord will neither leave nor root nor branch. In other words, America is going to be destroyed from the root, even all the way up fully. Okay? And that's the prophecy. And this is why they're having these talks. Now, I want to read this. Let's read Revelation 6. And we're going to read verse 12 to verse 14. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And that's why we get the blood moons. The blood moons are signifying the destruction of this empire. And as well as it signifies the second coming of the Son of Man, who we call him Yahawashi. Verse 13, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And what is that mighty wind going to come out of? It's going to come out of those nukes. And also it reads, which is as well as it's known as the in the book of Revelations, the 7th chapter, you have the four winds which are holding back the destroying winds, which the destroying winds, or the mighty wind, and in this case in Revelation 6 verse 13, is talking about the wind which will come out of the nukes. So whenever a nuke hits ground zero, as is demonstrated in different nuke test videos that you see concerning the militaries of the world, when they test their nuclear weapons, what do you see? You see that wind of fire expanding out of the missile, or from the explosion, have you will. So let's read verse 14. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. So now what I want to also show you is this video. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the video of this Edomite formulating or modeling the nuclear destruction. And that's all I have to say. So as I've just read to you in Revelation 6, let me read this again and break this down a little bit more in depth, because I've missed a point in this. It says, and the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. So this is referring once again to the destruction. And the heavens departed as a scroll represents the mushroom cloud which will come out of the nuke, the major nuke which will fall in America, to be exact. So speaking of that, now I want you brothers and a few sisters to watch this video of this Edomite modeling the atomic bomb explosion, basically the destruction of America to be exact. So I've said quite a bit, so I'm gonna let this video play. So with that, I say shalom.
Check out my other diorama here. See you next time.